issues.
Senator Coons, do you agree with that? Because it does seem right now that the Senate is out of gas on so many things after having bipartisanship, and that if you bring up guns, you've got to bring up mental health, and you've got to bring up the dark web, and you've got to bring up opioid. I mean, all of these toxins. Is there any way to advance the ball on this or the Dreamers this spring?
Well, let me first appreciate the positive spirit with which Senator Lankford has approached these negotiations, but present a slightly different view of what the votes on the floor last night meant. Only one thing got 60 votes last night, and that was a bipartisan rejection of the bill that President Trump endorsed as being too extreme. That bill got 39 votes in favor, 60 votes against. Of the 4 border states that are represented by 8 senators, only 1 senator supported the Grassley-Cotton bill that the president was trying to advance. The bipartisan compromise bill that Senators Rounds and King advanced got 54 votes. And I believe had the president not been actively lobbying against it and threatening to veto it, it would have gotten 60 votes. It was a compromise where, yes, the president's generous offer to see a way to citizenship for 1.8 million Dreamers was embraced, but so too was full, robust funding for border security at the level the president had requested. The bill did not fully address some of the president's additional concerns about changing family migration, about changing diversity visa, and what I think the president should have accepted was that deal on border security and Dreamer pathway to citizenship, and then challenged a bipartisan group of us to go to the next phase and to tackle high-skilled immigration, family migration, diversity visa status, temporary protected status, family migration. There are so many other issues that if we had 6 months to tackle, I think we could make progress. But I wish the president had heard yes yesterday and accepted that bipartisan compromise.
A last word to you, Senator Lankford. As I understand it, it wasn't full funded. It was $2.5 billion, not $25 billion, a promise of the additional funding down the road, which most of us are very skeptical about. Am I hearing that wrong? Is Senator Coons right?
No, Senator Coons is correct. It was the $25 billion. It was put at $2.5 billion a year for the next 10 years, and there was a mechanism to try to make sure that that was actually funded. What was missing was all the rest of border security. What some of my colleagues have said is a wall won't fix the problem, a wall won't solve it, a wall won't solve it. Yesterday was, okay, we'll give you a wall, but we won't do any of the rest of the border security that's there, and some of the things that are connected. What's interesting is the issues about family migration and about diversity lottery. Those have been in bipartisan bills before. In the Gang of 8 bill in 2013, both of those issues were there. Barbara Jordan, Democrat House member, led a major study on immigration in the 1990s. She made those recommendations back in the 1990s on family migration. These are not new issues. These have been issues that have been around a long time. We have a 20-year backlog right now of people legally trying to come in the country. If we add another 2 million people into the country, which I believe we should as citizens, 10 years out from now, when that happens, that family backlog gets even bigger. So I hope we're at halftime through these negotiations. Everybody's taking a little bit of time to cool off, and we re-engage and to be able to finish all these negotiations. And let's get it done.
I hope if that happens, you two are at the forefront. Come back and keep me posted on it at MSNBC. Thank you both. I'll be right back with maybe the leading optimist thinker around, Steven Pinker. I'm Hugh Hewitt. Stay tuned.